Hello, my name is Denis Fedorov. I'm an author and a Russian native speaker, tutor, and actually a person who created this free Russian nouns course. This course is devoted to the first and the hardest part of the Russian grammar, Russian nouns. Before starting to learn Russian nouns, let's quickly make sure that you are actually ready to learn nouns. To start learning nouns, you must first already know the Russian alphabet, second, to be able to read, third, already possess a basic Russian vocabulary. If you do not know the Russian alphabet and don't know how to pronounce Russian letters, you are definitely not ready for this course. To learn the Russian alphabet, I have free Russian alphabet course, and the link to this course is under the video. As for the reading skill to study in this course, it is not necessary to be a quick reader. You must at least be able to read slowly, syllable by syllable, but it would be much better if you were a moderate speed reader. From my practice, I can say that slow-paced readers learn grammar harder. If you want to learn to read, I have free Russian reading course. The link to it is also below. Now words and the vocabulary. It is commonly thought that to start learning beginner's Russian grammar in general and nouns in particular, you need to possess a vocabulary of about 300-400 words. I think that 200 words in general is enough amount if the words are chosen wisely. The list of these wisely chosen words you can download by clicking the link below. The name of this list is 209 most common Russian words. Plus, there is also a list of 100 common nouns. This list of nouns should be learned during the course. However, if you do not possess the sufficient vocabulary, you may start learning in this course, but you should intensify learning new words. Because without the vocabulary, the process of learning Russian nouns, and especially Russian cases, will be much harder. Okay, let's go to nouns. Nouns is the first and the hardest part of the Russian grammar. You should know that before you study nouns and be ready to make some efforts and invest some time here. And Russian nouns unit is deemed to be the hardest part of the Russian grammar because of two main reasons. The first reason is that because in the nouns unit of Russian grammar, Russian learners face the Russian cases for the first time. The second reason actually derives from the first one. Its essence lies in the fact that the hardest stuff is in the beginning. It means that beginners for whom Russian is a new language and everything seems to be a kind of a rocket science have to learn cases of nouns. It is at the breaking point for them. This fact stops some people from continuing learning Russian, but the good news here is that learning grammar becomes easier after. Most of you are already aware about cases and maybe have heard some rumors about them. In general, cases are situations where the noun has appeared. Noun can play a leading role in the sentence and do something, or something may be done to it, with it, or about it, on, after, inside it, and so on. That is what cases are. In this example, the football or the soccer player is kicking a ball. Well, the player himself is playing the leading role here and is in the nominative case. The ball is kicked by the player and that's why it plays the role of the object here and is in the accusative case. And the ball is kicked with the leg and it is in the instrumental case because nouns in the instrumental case, as its name suggests, play the role of the mean or the instrument. That's what cases actually are, but we will learn them later. The problem with cases is that these same words in each case have different endings. And learning how to change ending is the main thing that is done in learning Russian nouns and the beginner's Russian grammar in general. By the way, it is very important to learn grammar of nouns. Only after learning nouns you will be able to speak properly. Moreover, other parts of speech will lean on your nouns knowledge. So if you are watching this video and have an intention to learn the grammar of nouns, you are doing the right thing. And nouns should be learned properly. There is a cause-effect relation here in the nouns unit. First, you need to get the basic general understanding, and you are getting it now here in this video. Then you need to learn genders, because cases and forms learning is based on knowing the gender of the noun. And genders of Russian nouns are actually different from English. In Russian, the house is he, river she, and lake it. We will learn that later. Then you need to learn forms of nouns, and then forms of cases. Actually, in many textbooks, they teach forms and cases simultaneously, and it is also a proper approach, but in this course we will learn forms first. Plus, don't forget about learning new words. The links to lists with words are given under the video. Now I would like to insert here the video from my paid product Russian Nouns course. In this video we will learn the noun essentials. It is the basic information you need to understand before going forward. Nouns are words that name someone or something. Dog, house, mother, train are nouns both in English and Russian languages. Noun is the main part in our speech. The characteristics of nouns are gender, form, and the case. On the picture we see what characteristics nouns in Russian language have. As for forms, this characteristic of noun in Russian is the same as in English. There can be one object or more than one, two, several, or multiple. If the noun is one object, then it has singular form. If the noun represents two or more objects, then it has plural form. Here are examples of singular and plural forms. Singular form examples: женщина, woman, дерево, tree, дорога, road. Plural form examples are женщины, women, деревья, trees, дороги, roads. As for genders, this characteristic in Russian is similar to English one, but is very different at the same time. The difference is that in Russian many English neuter nouns appear to be masculine or feminine. So in English, most nouns have neuter gender, but in Russian masculine and feminine gender. It happens because in Russian we detect the gender not only by the meaning, but also and mostly by the ending of the word. We will study it all lately in details. Here are examples of Russian genders. Masculine gender: most, bridge, камень, stone, человек, human, друг, friend. Feminine gender: кошка, cat, дорога, road, вода, water, страна, country. Neuter gender: облако, cloud, животное, animal, путешествие, journey, движение, movement. As for cases, this characteristic of nouns plays much greater role in Russian than in English. In general, under the case we mean in what situation the noun has appeared. Sometimes the noun can play the main role in the sentence and do some things. Sometimes it appears that some things are done to the noun or with the noun. In each case, Russian nouns may have different endings. So one of the greatest challenges in learning Russian is here, in cases. We will work with cases later. Here are examples how the word can change in different cases. President. Nominative case – президент. Genitive case – президента. Dative case – президенту. accusative case президента, instrumental case президентом, prepositional case президенте. All these characteristics above grammatically play only one role. They change endings of nouns and therefore of all other parts of the sentence. In Russian language, ending changing is the main instrument in connecting words in the sentence, and the beginner's Russian grammar is mostly about how to learn to change the endings of Russian words. So we have learned the essentials about Russian nouns, and the basis of learning nouns is studying how to change endings. What do I mean here? One of the main differences between English and Russian languages and how they work is the way the words are connected in the sentence. And the difference of Russian language is that words in Russian are connected through endings changing, and looking at the ending, we can see what role the word plays in the sentence. Ending changing is also very important in English. For example, to get plural for word house, you add s and get houses, or to get past simple for listen, you add ed and get listened. But in Russian, everything is built around changing the ending, and all that stuff that you are learning in the beginner's Russian grammar is how to change endings of words. So now the video is going to the end. Today we have no homework on nouns, you will have it tomorrow. The only task for today for you is learning new words. The words you have in the PDF format under the video. So, see you tomorrow.